Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamika Robinson, and here on this channel, we're all about uplifting, encouraging, and motivating you to become a better version of yourself just by solely focusing in on you and learning how to heal from those deep wounds that we all know we need healing from, right? So if you are new here, I would like to welcome you. If you are returning, then I want to personally say thank you, and I'm going to jump right into it. This right here, it's not going to resonate with everybody because everybody don't have a toxic background and everybody didn't have to grow up with childhood trauma, right? And I get that. So this is not going to be for you if you haven't been through those things, and I'm okay with that. So jumping right into it, look, today I want to talk about your awareness, okay? The awareness that you are going to have of yourself, self awareness, after you begin your healing journey or your healing process, right? And why am I saying that? Because look, when you go through so much from your past, from a child, it's hard for you to get through all the stages in life to come to the realization that you want to get healing. You want to be better. You want to do better, right? So many people that you have been around get so used to you being a victim and woe is me and a people's pleaser, showing up for everybody more than you show up for yourself, right? People get so used to that I want you to be aware of the fact that once you begin this healing process, things are going to change for you, right? Because when you decide to get healing, the healing is for you, for your heart, for your spirit, for the way that you feel on the inside, right? Not the outside, the inside. So when you begin that process, things are going to change for you. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you move. And a lot of people, okay, are going to have a lot to say about you. Oh, she or he. Oh, they acting different. They acting brand new. Or they switched up, or they think they all this and they think they all that, right? That's what it's gonna go through their minds. And it's important for you to understand that you have to have self-awareness because look, if you're watching this channel, you know ain't no way we could feel like we're better than anybody after suffering so many hardships and having such of a horrible past, painful past, right? It's impossible for you to walk around and feel or think like you're better than other people. But see, they're not going to see that part. They're not going to get that part. Whatever goes on and plays out in their mind about you, once they make up their mind about how you moving after you heal, that's just what it's going to be, right? So I want you to remember that this is going to happen when you start healing. And when people start saying stuff like, you think you all that, and she changed or he changed, or she or he think that they better than us and all of this. No, it's not that you think you better than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they, whoever they are for you, are going to think that you feel or you think that you are perfect, right? Let me tell you something. Coming from a traumatic childhood, we are not perfect. Once you start healing, once you start doing better and feeling better for yourself, no, you don't think that you are perfect. You don't feel like you are perfect. Because guess what? Nobody is perfect. We all have things that we have to continuously work on to improve and to get better, right? And, we all struggle in certain areas coming from childhood trauma, right? I still have things that I'm working on. So you are still going to have things and addictions that we have, that we are working on. But it's just the fact that because you decided to start getting healing for yourself, okay? Those major addictions that used to pull you back and hold you down and stop you and paralyze you, you have been able to overcome those, right? The most important ones. But that don't mean we don't still have addictions and things that we are not working on. We are working on. We just have learned, and you have learned, okay, that through your healing, because you overcame some of your addictions, some of your issues, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to knock out the rest of the ones that are remaining, right? So they think that you think or you feel like you are perfect or you are better than. And that could be the furthest thing that I have ever heard from the truth. And I want you to remember that, okay? So that way, when you start hearing these things that are said about you, that you don't take it personal and you don't let it stop you from having your own self-awareness, meaning that you are proud of the healing that you have begun. You are thankful to God for separating you from people who never really loved you in the first place, right? You thankful that that major addiction, you may have had 3, 4 addictions, and 2 of them you done already knocked out the box. You're thankful. You're grateful for that. It's not that you think you better, right? But that's what that's what their perception of you is going to be. And guess what? You're going to have to just let it be. Do not let it stop you from moving forward and from improving and from continuing to heal and grow and change the things that, we all know we have to change. And I want you to remember that whatever somebody else have going on in their mind about you, it's no reflection of you. It's a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And the way that you know that is through healing and through this healing process, okay? You learn to love yourself. Everything starts with you. And you realize that once you learn how to love yourself, you got love everybody, right? But see, they not going to know that. The people that want to talk about you and want to have something negative to say about you, they're not going to know that, right? See, when you heal, you okay with people not clapping for you, right? Not cheering for you, not supporting you. And guess what? You can still cheer and clap and support everybody else without expecting anything back in return. That's what your healing means. That's what they really seeing. Okay? And what they really seeing is the very ones that harmed you or allowed you to be harmed as a child. You harbor no hatred for them. You still have genuine love for those people, whoever those people may be, in your heart. Yeah, that's what they seeing. So let people say whatever they want to say, because this is called self-love, meaning you are only concerned with how you think and how you feel about yourself. That is very important because we live in days and times where, we feel like everything we do have to be watched under a microscope or applauded by or accepted by the world. And that's not what self-love is. Self-love means you get up and you love yourself no matter what people gotta say. You dress the way you want to dress, no matter how everybody else is dressed, right? Just because you see other people taking these luxurious vacations, that may not be something that you want to do for yourself right now, and you okay with that. Self-love. Be so consumed and concerned with yourself that it don't matter what other people have to say, right? So I just wanted to get on here real quick to remind you of some things that are going to take place during this healing journey, right? And you may be thinking to yourself, why would they feel or think, coming from your background, overcoming the things that you have had to overcome alone, that you will possibly think that you was better than somebody else? You see, that mentality don't exist in the healed version of yourself. The healed version of you understand how much you had to overcome. So it's easy for you to look at somebody else and their pain and relate to what they going through and not judge others the way that others are judging you. So look, y'all know we are not here for a very long time. We are for a good time. And if anybody have not yet told you today how much they love you, let me be the first to tell you how much I love you. But most importantly, Jesus loves us so much more. Thank you so very much for listening to me today. Stay prayed up and have a blessed day.